Hey everybody, welcome to the Truly Myrtle podcast. I'm Libby from Truly Myrtle and Wardrobe Toolbox. I'm the founder of Wardrobe Toolbox as well. I design knitting patterns. I'm based in New Zealand, and I also run an online program. It's like a little school. It's not really school though, but it's like an online school called Wardrobe Toolbox, where we help you figure out how to make your knits fit you. We talk about lots of different things over there actually. We talk about all sorts of fiber arts and sewing, and we're really focused on mostly making clothes for ourselves to wear, and it is such a lovely, friendly place to be. The doors are only open twice a year, so they're shut at the moment. I tell you all that and then tell you the doors are shut, but they will be open again in September. I know I've had lots of people find me just recently, so if Wardrobe Toolbox is something that you would be interested in, it's a really supportive, friendly community. It's very inspiring. You get heaps of really good tools that you can put into practice straight away in your knits, then go on the waiting list. You can either join my email list, which is at trulymyrtle.com/minimag. There'll be a link under this video wherever you see it. Or you could just go to wardrobetoolbox.com and have a little look there. You can have a read about it. And then you can join us. It's just really fun. I just live and breathe Wardrobe Toolbox, along with hundreds and hundreds of other knitters from all over the world. So we would love to see you there too. All right, let me just see who's here. This is a live broadcast. I go live. Make sure you can actually hear me. I go live once a week, every week on a Thursday, and from my studio here, and I chat to you, and we go from anywhere from about half an hour to an hour, and it's so much fun. I always have good things to talk about with you, and I love to hear what you have to say. So I'm going live on Facebook, and I can see it's working on my Facebook page, Truly Myrtle at Facebook, and I'm also going live on YouTube. There's a Truly Myrtle YouTube channel which you can subscribe to. Subscribe to that if you want, and you can click that bell. That's what they all say, and then you can be notified when I go live. But it's true, you can. And then I try and do a little reminder in the morning. But if you miss all of that and you just can't see me live, and you just don't want to go into social media because you know that when you do that you get lost and you don't come out for a couple of hours, if that is going to happen to you, then join my mini mag and I will send you a replay, an off social media replay, so you can revel in the loveliness of making things without having to go into social media. Hey everybody, it's lovely to see you. It's good to see people coming in from YouTube and from Facebook. And bizarrely, you guys coming in from Facebook, I can see your names now. I used to go live into the Truly Myrtle Knit and Chat Hangout. We've got this group there. We're just about at 5,000 people. We're getting pretty close now over on Facebook. So if you want to come and really chat things Truly Myrtle, you can come over there and join in. But I used to go live in there till Facebook changed the rules, and now I'm on my page and I can see all your lives. Hi Kathy, nice to see you. Hi Barbara, hi Barb. There's heaps of you. It's so amazing to see you last Saturday. Yeah, you too, Marina. It was lovely to catch up with you. Hi Christine, you too. It was really nice to see you. Hi Joanne. I miss seeing you, Joanne. I don't think I saw you at the weekend. Did I miss you? Hi Rebecca. Hi everyone from a warm morning in outer Melbourne. You're expecting lots of wind and some rain later in the day. Love Wardrobe Toolbox. I say that to people that it's my online knitting group. It is, isn't it? It's like an online. It is an online knitting group. It's really fun. Hi Kim. And we're getting to know people from all over the world, which I love. And we all kind of come together and we just celebrate the thing that we all enjoy doing, which is making. We live and breathe making, and it's all sorts of making, but we focus on mostly knitting. Pretty 99% of what we do is knitting, although there are lots of sewers, and I'm actually going to talk to you about some sewing today. There are lots of sewers in there, and people that want to create a whole handmade wardrobe. It feels so good to make things that fit you, that you want, and fabrics that you choose, or yarn that you choose. You create the fabric yourself there, and then lo and behold, it works for your body. It's amazing. We sure do. Yes, we do, Sabrina. It's sunny in Akaroa, says Bernadette. Oh, that's good. Hi, Becky. Cold. It was absolutely freezing here yesterday, and it was. I was out here in my studio. I was finishing off my sewing, and I thought the whole place was going to take off. It was utterly crazy. The weather was crazy. Today, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's a little bit damp, but it's just beautiful. Oh, you're off to Wanaka, Terry. Have a good time. Oh, enjoy that. We've got a long weekend though. Oh, Joanne had to stay home. Yeah, I went to Woolfest at the weekend. That was really nice to see lots of knitters, and we had a wardrobe toolbox catch up, which was really good. And I didn't buy a lot. I bought a little bit of fiber. I bought some yarn, a little bit of yarn for something. I'm not going to show you today. I'll show you another day. I bought a knitter's travel mug because it's really tall, but I wasn't going to show you all those things today. They will come out over time as I get to them. But it was just nice to catch up with people. That's mostly what I enjoyed doing there. I just wandered around and saw people and oohed and ahed over everything. It was really good. I really enjoyed myself. Oh, you had trouble finding my live today, Fiona? Sorry about that. I did put a notice up. Does a notice come up on YouTube? It should do. It should do. Oh. I'm not 100% about that, but I think it will. Okay, so ages ago, Terry, you're going to be really pleased because I actually did something. I'm just going to say that to you. Ages ago, I said I was going to make a couple of things to go with a new cardigan that I've coming out very soon, very, very soon. And guess what? I did it. I've actually done it. And I really like both the things. I think I'll talk to you about it as I go. Okay, so I'll show you. First of all, this is the cardigan. It's not out yet. It will be out very soon. This is the cardigan. It's Ginger Bliss. She is utterly delicious. I'll just tell you that now. She's so lovely. She's got these lovely little comfy shoulders at the back. Like my Alex sweater that I did for Wardrobe Toolbox recently. And she's sport weight fingering. I love the little scoop of her neck. She is I just am going to live in her. I just know it. I haven't worn her yet. I'm not allowed to wear her yet. But I will wear her very soon. So this is Ginger Bliss. She's not out. She's coming. I will tell you about that very soon. And then underneath Ginger Bliss, because she's a reasonably standard, she's a basic. She's a wardrobe basic. She has those interesting cuffs at the bottom and the hem. And I chose buttons. I wanted buttons that were a little bit different on her. So I got those lovely little, they're like horn or something, but I'm not sure. I've had a few of these before. So I chose different buttons, but I wanted to wear something a little bit busier underneath. I was going for my art school teacher vibe is what I wanted. So I chose two pieces of fabric, this for the top, and these, I thought I'd make pants. Now, it's quite out there, the whole outfit together. I put it on last night, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so comfy. I'm so comfortable, and I think I'm going to wear it to death, but it's certainly a look. It's a look for me. Anyway, first of all, I made this little top. I had this pretty rayon that I got from Spotlight, which is, a big box store here in New Zealand. They have some actually really pretty fabric in there at the moment. I'm pretty sure I got it from there. I think I did. It's a rayon. It's lovely and silky, and I made a little top with a frill at the bottom, and it's got a V at the back. And I put in a little label last night. That's what I was doing. I was putting in little labels so I could. I just like having little labels in my handmade clothes. I love this top. I'm going to wear it a lot. You'll see me in it a lot. It's really lovely. I've bought the bits and pieces to show you. This is it's the peplum top. It's from the woman that does the Fold line, and which I'm a member of the Fold line. I haven't really used it much yet, but I intend to. It's an online sewing subscription. So she did the peplum top, but it's a free pattern that comes from Peppermint magazine. So it's a really good one. It's a good basic. There are a couple of things about it that I would add. Like if it doesn't recommend stay stitching around the neck or the sleeve, I would do that. I think, there were just a few little things in it. I found tracing it impossible. I actually found tracing it really, really difficult. It was such a confusing one to do. I ended up cutting the pattern. I printed this pattern off ages ago, and I actually assembled it, from all my little pieces of printed off pattern. These days I tend to just take them down to Warehouse Stationery and get them done on a big A0. I find that a lot easier. Costs a little bit more, although to be honest, by the time you print out all the little pieces and sellotape it, and the time you take, it probably doesn't. But anyway, I just found it incredibly difficult to trace at certain parts of it, like up here, just to follow my size, that I ended up just cutting the pattern. I just cut it out. And now I might actually print it again, because when I made it up, I measured myself, and I've grown a good 2 inches in the bust and back. I think it's both. I don't think it's just my boobs. I think it's both. So I've gone from about a 36, I'm a good 38 now. It's not massive, obviously, but it's bigger than I was before. And my tummy has grown. That didn't matter for this because it was quite flouncy. But I ended up choosing a size, and then when I sewed it up, it was too big in the armholes. And I thought, oh, I should have still just done the smaller size and then adjusted if I needed to in the bust. And actually, I don't think I needed to because it was already a bit baggy. So next time I make it, and I will make it again, I think I will go down a size, and I'll just have it so it's a little bit closer at the top. I ended up doing a bit of jiggery pokery and just whipping away. I had this beautiful, beautiful edging. I really enjoy sewing. I enjoy doing things well when I'm sewing. So I was pleased with my finish, and then I hacked into it just to make it all work better at the armholes, because I thought, oh no, I need to change it. You could all see my bra. So I changed that. I'm really happy with it. It feels really cute. It'll be so nice over jeans or shorts and things like that. It's really pretty. So that's the peplum top. I can recommend it for just a cute little top that is, well, it's great. My tummy loves it. My tummy loves it. I was remembering a story when my kids were little. My youngest 2 girls are about nearly 3 years apart, and my littlest one, as we're in the UK, and my littlest one was in a little bouncinette in the kitchen. I used to hide her from the big one because her sister, who was 3, when she just was obsessed with her sister for about 18 months. It drove me crazy. I used to have to put her on the table, or she lived in my sling most of the time. But I just used to have to hide her from her sister because she would just come and try and carry her and take her off me. And oh my gosh, she was absolutely obsessed. You wouldn't know it now. They fight like cats and dogs. But hopefully they'll come back to that. That adoration will return. But one time, I'd hidden her in the kitchen. I hid her around in the kitchen. I'd nipped out. I had it on I had a little narrow alleyway kitchen. It was tiny. You know, English houses. It was tiny kitchen for 6 people. It was so little. So I had a little bench, and it came out long enough for a sink and a little bit on either side. And behind me was the stove, and then across the other side of the kitchen, which is just there, you could basically touch it, was my fridge, and it was a throughway between there. So I had her hidden down under the window in between this little galley on the floor while I worked at the sink and then turned around and, doing the cooking. And I'd nipped out for just a little bit, and I came back, and my bigger one had put a lollipop. I don't know why she had a lollipop. My children didn't really eat a lot of sweets, but she had a lollipop, and she'd stuck this lollipop in her mouth. And so the little one would have been about not 3 months old, just little, maybe 3 months. And she popped it in her mouth, and I said, you can't put the sweet in her mouth. We can't do that. She, we take it out. It's for you. It's not for the baby. I took her away and moved her away. And then I had to do something else, and she's back again, sticking this sweet in her mouth. And I said to her again, we can't put the sweetie in her mouth. She just has, she just has mummy milk. She doesn't have anything else. And she said, but her mouth like it. And I thought, yeah, I bet her mouth does like it, actually. But anyway, I tried the top on, and I thought, God, my tummy likes this. My tummy likes it. This is a very long story. But that's what I thought. Yeah, this is great. This is absolutely great. It's just lovely and floaty, just where I want it. It feels so comfy and so good. So that is the peplum top, and I can recommend that one. But it was tricky to cut out, I will say that. You can get it from Peppermint Magazine. I think it's still there, or on the fold line. If you go over there, you'll still find it. And I love the little V at the back, but I would definitely, as you're going through, remember all the things you do in other patterns and add them in. So stay stitch is the very first thing I would recommend. Stay stitch as you're going through. But it's got quite a lot of room in it, so consider your upper bust. Think about what's going to fit your shoulders. The same old thing. I didn't follow my own advice. I just went with my bust. And actually, I looked at the finished measurements, and I thought that'll be all right. But I didn't think about this. Think about that too. Anyway, the next thing I thought I would make was some trousers. I wanted some trousers to wear underneath. My hair feels really fly away today. I wanted to have some fun trousers. My wardrobe's a bit of a disaster. I've got a lot of knitwear, but I really need to get some more stuff made in my wardrobe because I keep wearing jeans all the time. So anyway, I found a pattern that I wanted to make. This one. the chanterelle pants and shorts, and I wanted to make this one, which is view B. There's view A with really wide legs, view B with those ones with the cuffs, and then view C are the shorts. And I thought, well, maybe in the right fabric I'd be all right in that, but I'm too short. And I really thought these would be better, and I could wear it with my clogs. I've got these cool leather clogs that I can wear in the summer, and in the winter I can wear it with my little ankle boots, and they'll be cute just tucked underneath the pants. So I got that. Oh, I really can recommend the Sew Liberated patterns. This is from Sew Liberated, and she's actually having a 30% sale off. I think today or tomorrow it must be over this weekend, is the end. 30% off site-wide. The pattern was a real pleasure to follow. It really was. I got the pattern in big on an A0, and it was 4 pages long. It was a bit bigger than I was thinking. I just handed him my stick and I hadn't checked how long it was, but anyway, it was 4 pages. And then I cut it out. I traced it and cut it out because I thought I want the option of doing other sizes and making alterations and stuff. So I do like tracing my patterns for the most part. So I used up the very end of my Architect's Draftsman's paper, which I need to get another roll because it's good and cheap of that. And then I had a little bit of this beautiful Swiss tracing paper that someone gave me a few years ago, and so I cut out one of the pattern pieces with that. But it was really good. I also did what she recommended, and I made some templates because a couple of the pieces said make templates. Oh, this one, I actually cut it out, but it was a front pocket guide. I needed a guide for the front pocket, and so I didn't quite have enough cardboard, but it doesn't matter about this part here. But I cut out a firm pocket guide for the back pocket and for the front pocket, and that just made my life so much easier to do the curves at the pocket. And the other thing I did was, which I've been doing a little bit lately, and I never used to do it when I learnt to sew. God, the pollens must be out or something because my nose keeps just dripping. I have to just get rid of the little drips. I didn't grow up knowing this. On the old patterns, they used to have a little triangle on the side of the patterns, and I used to sometimes cut a triangle, and it would be like wonky. I think you meant to cut it inwards, but I grew up thinking that you cut it out. Anyway, commercial patterns use a notch, just a slit, and that's what Meg uses on these Sew Liberated patterns. I think a lot of patterns do now, and so I've been using them recently, all the notches, and oh my gosh, they are just a godsend. All these little notches everywhere, I find them so useful. So I'm 100% sold on that. Anyway, I made the pants. Here they are. They remind me a little bit of a circus, I have to say, but flip, I like them. I used a Nanny Iro linen that I had in my stash, and there they go. See, they go down to this little cuff at the bottom, and I just put a little label in the back, me made. I could have done it a little bit closer actually. I'm going to iron it out flat, but when it stretches on my waist, it goes out. Anyway, there's the back pockets. It's got 2 back pockets, which I feel really pleased with. Look at my pattern matching. I am so proud of my pattern matching that I managed at the bottom, and the same on the front. See, these little things are the things that make a difference when you're sewing. See, look at my pockets, beautiful, flows in beautifully. They are lovely and comfortable, just lovely and comfortable. They've got thread on them, and the bottom has got 2 little pleats, one at the front and one at the back, so they just pull in at the bottom, and they are unbelievably comfortable. They're reasonably high-waisted. It was a nightmare, the size for me, the sizing, like to choose a size. I ended up I went through and took all my measurements, which was, you just have to take them and not think about the numbers, but they're quite different than they used to be, some of them. I ended up choosing a size 12. My waist was bigger. My waist fitted into a bigger size. My hips fitted into a smaller size. My thighs, I don't know why my thighs were smaller. That was a surprise to me, or even smaller size. And then my crotch and body rise was smaller again. I fitted into 4 different sizes. 4 sizes. I just thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I haven't made a huge amount of trousers. I guess over the years I've made quite a few trousers, but I can't say that I'm a trouser expert. But that's something I want to do, because I have a pair of jeans in my head, and I can't find them for the life of me in the shops, although I did see someone wearing some, which is why I thought about it a long time ago. I made my daughter take a photo of her, but I want to make them. I've got some denim here, I want to make them, so I want to get better at sewing really good fitting trousers that are actually zippered and everything. So I ended up choosing a size that was smaller than my waist, because I figured, well, I can do something with my waist. I just make the elastic not so tight, that's all. And to be honest, I don't want to have something that fits me at the waist and then is massively voluminous over my hips. I just look ridiculous, like a bopper out of the 80s. You expect me to go deep into a dolphin dive or something. I don't want to do that. So in the end, I chose a size 12. So it was lower than my waist, but high, just fractionally higher than my hips, just fractionally. So I knew I needed a little bit of room for the fabric at my waist, but I didn't want too much. So they are what I could do. I just don't know how to make that work in practice, because I do want to have, like, they're not as gathered at the waist as they would have been, because my elastic isn't as tight as it could have been if, you know, I'd done a bigger size. But then I didn't. Anyway, they feel fantastic. They are a little bit bot pants. I'll show you a photo when I take some. They're a little bit bot pants, but I just absolutely love them. What I actually want to make is a little black t-shirt or a little short something. I've got a little bit of fabric left, and I was thinking I could make, I don't know, I have to check how much I need. I could make an Ogden cami in the same fabric, and then I could have one of those really fashionable all-in-ones that is the same top and bottom. I might do that because I have got a little bit left, and that would be fun. But I also would like to have just a little tight t-shirt over the top, and then this tucked in, pull up and tuck it in. But I am so pleased with them. They look fantastic. Now all together, it's pretty eccentric, the whole outfit. Look, I've got a thread hanging on that one. It's quite a it's definitely a look. And I'm going to wear it anyway because I don't care. But it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to have an absolute ball in them. I'm so looking forward to making more clothes. I've just tidied up my sewing area, vacuumed the floor, because you know what a mess it gets with the floor. And I've just laid out a bunch of other things. And I just want to try and, that's my aim, is to try and make a bit more time to sew things. Let me just see your comments. Let's have a look. Gosh, I missed lots of them. Yes, Ginger Bliss. Yes, I've done my... Oh, good, you've done your swatch. Brilliant. Yes, the top is great. Peppermint Mag, thank you. Sabrina's put a link in the Facebook page for the peppermintmag.com sewing.school, sewings-school/peplum top. That's for the little top. That was good. Maureen, what are you doing in Wisconsin? How fantastic. Gosh, have a wonderful time. Amanda says, very cute top. One day I will have sewing time. I've been thinking about you a lot, Amanda. I'm wondering if the baby's arrived, or if it's nearly arrived. I'm sorry, I can't wait to hear. Hey Marie, nice to see you. Barbara says, I think we're a generation of jeans wearers. I live in jeans. They're just so easy, aren't they? Jeans are so easy, and I really, really want to change that. I never wear tracksuit pants. I'm not a tracksuit pant person. But I am definitely a jeans person. I wear a lot of jeans. I've got jeans on right now, actually, under my jumper. I just want to change that because I love skirts. I love skirts and long boots and tights, and I have got lots of those. In fact, I wore that the other day. I wore my long skirt that I made recently over my long brown boots and my Alex jumper the other day. I really enjoyed wearing that. I just sort of tucked the top of my jumper in. I wore that when I went to Bullfest on Saturday. It was so comfortable. I do like a bit of comfort. Helen said, I like how you keep the patterns in the envelope with the picture on the outside. Yes, this is my new strategy. I am doing it as I go. I bought a whole lot of these envelopes. These are craft envelopes. You can get 25 in a packet. I got a couple of packets because I've got a heck of a lot of patterns. And I've got a big wardrobe next to me, this big old-fashioned wardrobe. I'll show it to you. If you go around, there's the knitting machine on the floor that needs to be resurrected. Fabric. See that big old wardrobe there? That was my mum's in her bedroom in her old house. It was actually my great-grandmother's wardrobe, and I've got it here for a bit. My brother is going to have it eventually because he was born in the bed that goes with the wardrobe, and so eventually he can have the whole set. But I've got at the bottom of that wardrobe is a big drawer, and in the drawer I have all the rolled up patterns. So I keep those down in there, but when I've traced them and I've cut them out, I have been putting them in here, and I don't take off the sticky bit at the back, but they're firm. And then I print out a page of the pattern and I just stick it on the front. So I did it with both of these. I've done it with I try and have the name on. I haven't always done that, but I'm trying to do that as I go now, and then everything fits in perfectly inside. It just, and then I've got a one of those folder things, file things, and then I can see them all, because I'm just my pattern situation is a complete, it's carnage, all the patterns. So I have still got my mother's collection of patterns from when she was young, all the little commercial ones, they're all that big. I've got a whole box of those, and all my old ones from when I was young. And I heard recently that because they're just difficult to find, and I read somewhere someone was saying they bought comic book boxes, and I looked them up. I think you can get them on Amazon, and they're long like this and narrow, and then you can stack all the patterns in them. And I thought, I might do that with those, because then they can just stay in their packets, although sometimes their packets fall apart. When they do that, I'll move them. But yeah, I could just put them all in there. I don't use all those, but there's no way I'm getting rid of them, because there's some fantastic, it's so many old patterns I've got there. And so yes, but this is my new system. I think it's quite a good one. I quite like it. You totally forgot it was Thursday, Tracy. You're here now. Helen said, I love Sew Liberated patterns. I've made Aeronite pants and love them. Yes, I was a tester for the Aeronite pants, actually. And I really enjoyed making those, and I wear those a lot. See, I just love wearing pants, but I want to make them again. I made them in mine are navy, and I made them in quite a silky kind of fabric, and I have been on the hunt. Does anyone know where you get silk? How do you call it? Silk noil, Noil, because I want to make some out of that, and I think they will be divine. And I know since I tested them, she's brought out a few mods for them, because I had the super baggy ones, and I would quite like to make some of the slimline ones. But they're great pants. They're really great pants. Oh, it was a smaller pocket, wasn't it? Something like that. Oh, thank you, Terry. I thought you'd be pleased to see that I actually did it. Joe said, I took sewing at school a lot of years ago. We were taught to cut the little triangles outward. Yeah, that's what I grew up doing. And they were always a total mess. I don't think I ever had the best sewing scissors when I was young. Now I can separate my sewing scissors from the rest of the house, so they stay sharper. And also when you have your own sharp paper scissors for cutting out patterns. But the notch, I'm notching it all the way now. Notch, it's so handy, because then they're inside the seam allowance, so you don't have to make them very deep. But when you're actually folding, one of the things she did on the So Liberated pattern, which I really liked, was when I was doing the pockets, the back pocket, you fold it over here, so you put your little, I thought that was a good idea, put my little interfacing inside for anchoring the pockets. And when I did the pocket, you fold it over, you actually do it, I've got threads still everywhere, you notch things, and then, although I work with a measuring, a ruler and stuff for the measurements, I had the notches as a guide as well. It was really good. I just was very impressed, and I've got quite a lot of her patterns that I haven't made yet. So I'm looking at one over there that I've half made that I'm not happy with the neck, but I'll show you that another time. You can grade between the sizes as you trace your pattern out. Yeah, so I thought about doing that, Terry, but the thing I need to get more clarity around is that if I'm becoming very square, so my waist is not, my hips are small. My hips are, I think my hips, what are they now? I think I wrote they were like 39. My hips are 39, so they're bigger than they were. I used to be a 38 on the hips, and my hips have they're a whole inch bigger. But my waist has gone up. My waist is 34. So, well, it's not really. It's probably about a 33. 34 is quite a generous on my tape measure. But that varies because it goes up and down your waist. Mine waist does. And so look, I'm getting more and more square. And so I don't want things to be too baggy around the hips, and I want them to fit at my waist. Do you think I could then, I just I'd end up going like that on my pattern. I wasn't really sure. So I just thought I'll go down and then I'll make the elastic looser rather than adding fabric to the waist. That I thought also it might be more flattering, because then I won't have so much fabric at my waist, and when I'm tucking things in it, I don't have this sort of pouch of fabric at my waist, because under my tummy, you get that little tummy that sticks out underneath, and so then it just rounds everything out there, and I thought I don't really want that. So anyway, I'll get my head around it. I was listening to someone the other day talking about your bodies and changing bodies and all of that sort of stuff, and I thought, actually, I get the opportunity to try a different body, to try a different body shape. I never had this. I had a smaller version of kind of this body shape, but I was a little bit more hourglass, a little bit, just on a small scale. And but now I'm getting to try a different shape, so I'm just going to have to roll with that and embrace it, I think. The world would be a better place if we wore what we wanted and didn't care what other people think. Yes, I care less. I certainly care less, Penny. I really do. And I will enjoy wearing these. I will really enjoy wearing this and make more. I would like to do a swatch for Ginger Bliss. What size needles did I use? 3.5s. It will be, Tanya, it's round the corner, okay? It really isn't very far away. I will tell you all about it shortly. Amanda, 3 weeks to go for the baby. Oh, that's exciting. So exciting. Could your cardigan be made with a raglan sleeve? What I would do, Davar, is that how you say your name? What I would do is I would find a shell for a raglan that you love, and then I would work the sleeve, the cuffs and the hem into that. That's the way I would do it. I know that Nat, one of our very lovely moderators over in the Facebook group, Nat made a timely cardigan. I think this is right. She made a timely cardigan, which is a raglan, and so is the double time. They're both raglans, and they're those little stripy cardigans of mine. She made a timely, the 4-ply version, and she put gingerbread cuffs, this ginger cuff on it, on the hem and the wrist. And that looked amazing. So all you need to do is get to the right stitch count. So if you figure out the stitch count you need for the hem and the cuff, and you just make sure you get to that stitch count on the other ones, and then you just from there you go to, so you can blend 2 patterns together like that. Tanya says, I'm currently doing a swatch to Ginger Snap, but I'm thinking I'd like to Ginger Bliss first. We will have a big knit along, so it'll be really soon. It'll come out. Donna says, I love the Aeronite pants too. Yeah, me too. And I just want those. And mine are in silk. Yours are in silk, Donna. Because I haven't even seen, that silk noir. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I haven't seen that for sale here. And so I have seen it for sale in America. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to buy any from there. The postage will kill me. So if anyone knows of any I can get, even in Australia would be better. In terms of postage, if I can get some. I have to keep my eyes out, I think. Kim says, welcome to menopause. Yes, I think I'm in post-menopause now. This is post-menopause. I sailed through things, and then I thought, oh, this is amazing. Like, I've escaped. It is pretty good. And then bang. 8 months ago, all of a sudden, everything came at the same time, and I thought this was supposed to happen before you had menopause, not after you've had menopause. But anyway, that's just the way it is. So I figure it'll all settle down. I'm sure it'll all settle down. Now, I also wanted to show you one final thing before I go. So I've got the new sewing. I have some more sewing plans in mind. Looking around me, I have this cardigan that I have loved wearing. I will love wearing it. I just am going to wear it a lot this winter. This is Amelia cardigan. Wardrobe Toolbox got this Amelia. Now, this is a raglan. Who was just asking me? Tanya. Yes, Tanya. This is a raglan cardigan, Amelia. And she was out for Wardrobe Toolbox last year, and I will release her in a couple of months. Maybe a month. She won't be very far away. To everybody else, I wear her with the top buttons just undone a little bit. She's got that, she's another good shell, and she's a good one for really getting the shape of that raglan working for you. But she has those pretty little cuffs and band. They have it has an I-cord buttonhole. See if I can show you. It has a little I-cord buttonhole here, So your buttons go through the I-cord, and then a little piqué all the way down. And then she has the same piqué here. Can you see it on the bottom of the cuff with the color work? And you just add a little bit of mohair in, and at the bottom she's just she's a good basic, another really good basic, and I have enjoyed wearing her. And I've just worn her with whatever I have, but I thought I want to re-photograph. I don't like the photographs that I did for her last year. I'm just not happy with those photographs, and so before I release it to everybody else, I want to do some fresh photos. And I thought, well, she needs something to go with her, I think. So I pulled out some fabric. I want to wear her with a skirt, and I'll probably just tuck her in a bit at the front or something with a skirt. I tend to wear her done up like that, and I love the way she just has. It's just a really pretty. She's a really pretty cardigan, and she's so soft. I used Natural Fiber Arts yarn from Australia and a little bit of Rowan. Was it Rowan, or was it no, it wasn't Rowan, was it? I used a little bit of mohair. No, what? Oh, from what are they called? Shibui. I used Shibui mohair. That blue was a perfect match in there for the cuffs and the bands. Anyway, I wanted her to have a skirt, and I am not sure. I've got a large fabric stash. I want to use my fabric stash. So I pulled out a few bits of fabric. I'm not entirely sure that I've figured it out yet, and I don't know what pattern to make, but the first thing I chose was this. I got this not long ago. This is a linen. I also got it from Spotlight. I just couldn't leave it behind because I just thought it was so pretty. I want a pretty skirt in that, and I thought maybe that would work. She's a bit lighter. I mean, maybe I'll just make it anyway and see. But I thought I could do a pretty skirt in that. But I'm not sure. She might be too wintry for that skirt. Maybe I need something a little bit lighter. So that was my first thought. I could do a skirt out of that. My second thought was I could pick up on some of the ginger that's happening in these fantastic buttons that I got from Lynn at Fibre to Go. Look at those buttons. They just absolutely make this cardigan. And I thought I could pick up in the ginger in that, and I've got that, and this could actually be fantastic. A lovely big skirt in that ginger underneath. Gosh, I'm not showing you very well, am I? Let me just show you. Like this. See? There you go. I'm hopeless today. Anyway, I thought that ginger was fantastic. I got it from the fabric short store. My son was going to make himself some shorts over the summer, and I was going to show him, and it just never happened. And so he pre-washed it. So I might save it for him still, because I think he'd look pretty good in this colour. But I'm not actually sure I've got enough for a decent skirt. I've definitely got enough for shorts. Or I've got enough for shorts for me with a little top to match over the top. I'm not sure. So that's a possibility, but I'd have to double check the length. I don't think I've got quite enough of that, but that was one idea. And then my last idea, which I'm not sure about either, is a double gauze that I got from Nanny Iro. And it's just a plain green. It's a beautiful green. It's a lovely green. It's just similar. It would probably work okay. I'd be pretty green all together in it. I'm unsure about it. It would need a few details on the skirt. So I just don't know. I'm unsure about that as well. I'm feeling unsure about the whole thing. If you have any, the ginger looks great. Yeah, I know, the ginger. Everyone loves the ginger. I think the ginger is probably my preferred one of all of them. It's just, I don't know if I've got enough. So maybe I'll have to buy some more fabric. Do you think? I might measure it. I'd quite like a longish skirt. I suppose it doesn't have to be that long. I could just wear a skirt kind of just below my knee, and then where, I've got boots underneath, and that might look pretty cool actually. So I'll measure it up. Okay, right, we'll go with a ginger then. I think you've helped me decide. Everyone's going to go with the ginger. Okay, good on you. Thank you. I knew you'd be very helpful for me. So I will go with the ginger. If I don't have enough of this, then my son and I can be matching. I could have a skirt in another one, and he could have matching shorts, and that when he comes home he can make himself some shorts. That works. That's good. That's worked it out. I just need to figure out a skirt. I've got quite a few skirt patterns here, so I'll just figure out a skirt to go with it. I think I want it just a little bit. I've got a few skirts from So Liberated. I've got skirts from Made by Ray. I've got quite a lot of skirts, but I think I want side pockets. I don't want patch pockets or a pocket detail. I want a pocket you can put your hands into, I think, rather than one on the top. But I wouldn't mind a couple of pin tucks at the bottom of the skirt, just to add a little bit of interest at the bottom and have a nice deep hem with some pin tucks. Something like that is what I'm thinking would be, just add to that, would be a little bit prettier on the bottom. Ginger in a Deming style skirt. Okay, I'm going to have to look that up, Joanne. Deming style. I don't know what that is, so I'll have to look it up. Anyway, that was all I had to show you today. That was pretty fun. I lay in bed last night. I said to Mr. Myrtle, I am so pleased I did that sewing. I am so pleased. It's made me so happy. I love sewing. I grew up sewing. I sit in front of my machine and I just think, whew, like I love knitting, but I always knit. Knitting is just part of me. Sewing I haven't been doing very much in the last little while. And I've got my sewing machine all set up here in the studio now. And so I've got the whole area. I've actually realised I need to get myself a different chair because I've been scratching all over the floor in the chair I've got, it just pushing it back and forth. And I made all these marks in the concrete, which I've had polished, which is really not great. I paid money to have that concrete polished, and now it's getting ruined. So I'm going to get myself, I need to steel back my chair with the wheels on it from inside. But yeah, it's just fantastic, and it's fast, and you can get something and you can fiddle around with it, and I enjoy that a bit. I don't know, I just enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Turn on the radio, listen to a podcast, and can sit out here and just lose yourself in sewing, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I'm really pleased I did that. I'm determined to make more time to do more sewing. And anyway, I said to Mr. Meadow, I just have this funny feeling that maybe I'll be able to. And he said, okay, I don't believe you, but okay, you can think that, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm going to try. Anyway, those are two good patterns for you to try, I think. Particularly this one. I was very impressed with this pattern. I thought it was really good, and I would like to make that one again. I've got another one that's similar called it's made by Ray, and it's a baggy pant that she has, and I've just totally forgotten the name of it, but it's quite a common word, and it's just gone out of my head. It's like the Zoom pant or something like that. And anyway, I haven't made it, and I'd quite like to make that. I just would like to make a few different ones just to get a feel of things. There's a sewer that I've been listening to. I listened to her podcast, and I've been really enjoying it. I found her on Instagram, and she's called something about secret sewing or something. Where did I put my phone? I can find it, the name of her. I've really enjoyed her. Oh, here we go. Something about sewing and the sewist. My secret sewing life or something like that. She's on YouTube. Hang on, I'll find it. On my subscriptions. Oh, here she is. Secret Life of a Seamstress. That's her name. Secret Life of a Seamstress. She's in Britain, and I've just quite enjoyed listening to her podcast. There's a lot of sewers out there, and I'm just finding a few more, and yeah, I've just really enjoyed her podcast. So go and have a little listen if you want to. Terry said, I know exactly what you mean. It's my happy place. Of course, I had my business when I was at university. I didn't really call it a business then. It was a way I made money at university, is I would sew, and I made Libs PJs. That's what they were called. I'm sure I've told you this a million times. I made Libs PJs, and they were little cami tops and little boxer shorts, little matching sets. You couldn't buy anything like that then. You couldn't buy, I thought about taking it on a bit further after I finished university, and I didn't. I got busy with my job. But it was before Cotton On happened, and before anything like that, you couldn't buy stretchy pajamas, things like that. I used to make boxer shorts for the boys, and I used to make camisoles and boxer short sets for the girls, and I had them in freezer bags, medium, small, large, small, medium, large, and all the leftovers I made scrunchies, because everyone had scrunchies. And I used to sell a lot. I sold a lot of those. I sold a heap at the beginning of the year. I used to sew them all year. People used to make orders for birthday presents and stuff. I had some silk. I used to make some out of silk, and my parents were my backers, so they bought all the fabric for me. But I did a lot of sewing, and yeah, it was good. It just takes me right back. Oh, thank you, Perilou. Thank you. You've popped up the link for Secret Life of a Seamstress on Instagram. Yeah, she's really sweet, and I just like her approach to doing things. I really like it. So I've enjoyed listening to her. I've been listening to her mostly while I knit because I can't sew and watch things. So I listen to things when I knit, and then I watch things when I listen to things when I sew, and I watch things when I knit. So anyway, all right, everybody, I better fly. You better get back to your days, and I will catch you very soon. Wardrobe Toolboxes, we start our new month on Monday with a brand new pattern and new lessons and all of that good fun. And the rest of you, I will see you next week, same time, same place. In the meantime, do heaps of knitting and some sewing if you want to, but mostly happy knitting. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.